Last summer, my family and I went to this beach resort for a weekend getaway. It wasn't super fancy, but it looked nice online. Private beach, a few pools, and a quiet vibe, which was what we wanted. We got there late afternoon, checked in, and everything seemed normal. The weird part started on the first night. I went out to walk around the resort after dinner. It was quiet, barely any people outside, and I liked that. I walked past the pool, then headed down the small path that led to the edge of the beach. There was this maintenance shed near the path, kind of hidden behind some bushes, and I saw the door was half open. I don't know why, but something about that door bothered me. It felt like someone was watching me from the inside. I didn't check it though. I just turned around and went back fast. When I got back to our room, I didn't say anything to anyone because it felt stupid. The next night, I stayed up late watching something on my phone while everyone else was asleep. Around midnight, I heard shuffling outside the room window. I paused my video and listened. At first I thought it was a staff member, or maybe someone going back to their room, but the sound just stayed, like slow footsteps pacing. I got up and peeked through the blinds. I swear I saw someone standing near the plants just outside. He wasn't moving, just standing there facing the building. I backed away and waited a few minutes. When I checked again, he was gone. The next morning, I asked the front desk if there was security walking around at night. They said yes, but they only patrol the front and pool area, not the garden rooms we were staying. On the last night, we all woke up at around 2 a.m. to a loud knock on our door. My dad opened it, but no one was there. He checked the hallway and saw footprints leading down the stairs. The creepy part was, the resort floor was clean and dry, but the footprints looked wet and came from our floor, not up from the beach or anything. We left early that morning, even before checkout time. I still don't know what happened. Maybe it was a prank, or maybe someone was sneaking around the rooms at night. But ever since that trip, I can't stay at ground floor rooms anymore, especially in quiet resorts. Something about it just doesn't feel safe anymore. We stayed at this resort a few months ago, just for the weekend. It was one of those places that looked better in photos than in real life, but it was cheap and had a nice view, so we didn't really care. I was with 2 of my cousins. The resort wasn't that crowded, which made it feel relaxing, but also kind of off. It was too quiet. The weird stuff started on our second night. We were hanging out by the pool late, and one of the staff told us they were closing soon, so we went back to our room. But when we were walking back, I noticed this guy just sitting on one of the benches near the garden area. I didn't see him earlier, and he wasn't wearing anything that looked like a uniform, just dark clothes. What made it creepier was he didn't move at all, even when we walked past him and kind of stared. He wasn't looking at anything, just sitting still. Later that night, I couldn't sleep, so I stepped out to get a drink from the vending machine near the reception. It was maybe around 1 a.m., and the resort felt empty. The lights were on, but no staff, no guests, nothing. When I got to the vending machine, I heard something, like footsteps, but slow and dragging. I turned around, expecting maybe a worker, but no one was there. I waited for a second, then rushed back to our room. I didn't even bother getting my drink. The next morning, I noticed something super weird. Our balcony door, which we locked, was slightly open. None of us went out there, and what made it worse was one of the chairs on the balcony had been moved, like it was now facing our sliding door, as if someone was sitting there watching us sleep. We didn't report it, and honestly, I don't know why. Maybe we thought no one would believe us. Maybe we just wanted to leave. We checked out early and didn't even eat the free breakfast. I don't know what happened there or who that guy was. But ever since then, I always double check locks and never stay in resorts with easy balcony access again. Something about that place didn't feel right, like someone was watching us the whole time.